Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm excited to have you on the call. We are excited to have you on the call. And, I'd like to just acknowledge the fact that you are tuning in tonight and sharing part of your evening for us. Like that says a lot about you, about how the investment that you want to provide for your health, for your finances, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. My name is Steph Cantu. I am wife to Mr. Cantu. He is both my soulmate and my swole mate. We've been married for 3 years and dating for 6, and we don't have kids, but Beachbody Coaching is pretty much our child, and I'll tell you why in a second. You see, when we started dating, Ray had recently left his great cush-paying corporate job to pursue something that was more meaningful to him, something that brought him drive and purpose in his life. It's something that he was missing in that corporate job that he had. And if you would have asked me then, who the guy that I was dating, I would have said something along the lines of, I would have described him as a dreamer with big goals and a lot of drive for life. If you would have asked my mom the type of guy I was dating, she would have probably said something along the lines of, he's sketchy and doesn't have a job. Those were just the facts, he didn't have a job at the time, but he had just heard about the coaching opportunity. He had done P90X, dropped 40 pounds. Someone reached out to him saying that there was this opportunity. He said yes. And so the same time he started coaching was the same time that we started really taking our relationship more seriously, which is why I say that Beachbody is pretty much our baby. Our relationship really was strengthened by working out at home together with home workouts and saying yes to coaching. We started building this together, and we have been blessed with an incredible team of coaches and friends that have been built and created along the way. I like to say that coaching is a relationship building business, and hands down, the greatest wealth that this opportunity has brought us are the incredible friendships that have been created along the way. And 2 of these incredible friendships are with the 2 women that are leading you on tonight's call. They are the sweetest, most hardworking women that I call friends, that I call, colleagues, business partners. And I'm excited to hear their stories because it just never gets old. There is power in storytelling. And when, it's a way to let your light shine in order to help inspire others. In our vulnerabilities, we find strength. And that's exactly what we are going to start today's call with. You're going to hear a little bit about their stories and what coaching is to them in the perspective of 2 hard-working, loving mothers. With that, I will hand it off with pleasure and excitement to our very first coach who's going to present to you tonight. And her name is Sarah Lewis. We began our friendships a few years back in San Antonio, Texas, and she will tell you a little bit more about her journey. And take it away, ma'am.
All right. Now, guys, this is the first time I have ever done a share screen. So I just go down here to share screen, right, Steph? Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, share screen. All right. Let's see. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Here we go.
While she's getting that together, I am posting a Q&A thread on the event page. So any questions that come up, ladies, feel free to post them on there, and we will reserve the last 10 minutes of the call to answering those questions.
All right, Steph, I think I know how to do this. So when I hit share screen, everyone can see what I see, right?
Yes.
Okay, share screen. Perfect. Can you see what I see, Steph? This slide?
I'm on the
Do you see what I see, Steph?
I was on mute. Yeah. See it? Perfect.
Oh, you see? Okay, awesome. All right, guys. So today, kind of like I had told y'all before, I just want to share with you what my story has been as a Beachbody coach, what we do exactly, and how it works, and what my vision is for our team. So just to give a little bit of background on me, I was a pretty competitive athlete in junior high and high school. I didn't eat horribly, but I honestly didn't have any discipline with my nutrition either. I didn't know how to read labels. If you asked me what a proper portion size, I couldn't have told you. I really didn't eat horribly, but also, I lived at home. I had an awesome mom who cooked, and, it wasn't super hard to eat healthy, right? But when I got to college, things changed a little bit for me. It became much more difficult for me to live a healthy lifestyle. I knew in my heart that it was really important. And I knew that I wanted to live a healthy lifestyle, knew that I didn't want to have, I wanted to live a long, healthy life, right? I wanted to have tons of energy. I wanted to be fit and strong, but I was cash flowing college. So I was going to school full time. I was working full time. And those of you who knew me back then, you know how stressed I was. I was a hot mess. And so I knew I should be working out consistently and that would give me more energy. But I didn't have that discipline, and I gave into stress eating. And the year before I got married, I gained 40 pounds in 9 months. I basically snapped and turned to food as my comfort. So 6 months before my wedding day, there was a serious concern about if I would fit into my wedding dress. And I remember how hard that was. I wanted to have that healthy lifestyle, and I just didn't know how to make it work for my life. The gym wasn't really a convenient solution for me. And I remember just really wishing I had a solid plan. Something I could do from home would be perfect. That would save me the time and the hassle. But I had more home workout DVDs, and I never did them. And the friends I had for accountability partners, honestly, we were not very good for each other. We cut each other way too much slack, and it was basically a joke. So I managed to lose 20 pounds before the wedding, but those last 20 pounds, they stuck with me for years. And I just never really seemed to hit my stride with being fit. So fast forward 2 years, I met this really nice girl at church, and I added her on Facebook, and I was just blown away by how incredibly positive she was. She was just this shining light and so fit and passionate about healthy living. I'd never met anyone like that. She was hands down the healthiest person I'd ever met. And I thought, whoa, you're so cool. And I definitely want to be friends with you. You're me. So, of course, I'm talking about my coach, Steph Cantu, and I was very intrigued by what she and Ray did as coaches, but I didn't really fully understand how it worked. But I tucked it in the back of my mind because I was like, well, this is that's really cool. You help a lot of people. That's awesome. Jesse and I, at the time, we had spent the past couple of years learning as much as we could about nutrition and eating healthier. I will say he took it more seriously than I did. I was still battling cravings, but but we really were much more disciplined with eating whole foods and reading labels, and that was a great change for our health. But I still never lost that weight. I still struggled with portion control, cravings, and girls, I mean, I never exercised regularly. That has been a problem with me ever since I left high school sports. I could come up with a million things to do besides exercising. It was just a big mental block. So around this time, I had my first daughter and quit my job to stay home with her. And that took us from 2 incomes down to 1 income. And I love staying home with her. We love that. But as many of you know, you're moms, and how it works for providing for a family is you have 2 incomes, or you might have 1 income, but that person's probably working a lot of hours. And that's how it's been for us. My husband works very long hours, and he is out of town 75% of the month. And it breaks our hearts. We miss him terribly, and we want very, very badly to have more time freedom in our lives. We don't have very much time together. So, and guys, for us, and I know for honestly, most people I know, that quality time together, that's how we measure wealth. That is success to our book, is being able to have time together as a family. So while we are so thankful, he has a great company, and we're thankful, obviously, we're very thankful for his job, but for years we've been looking for businesses that we could potentially run ourselves so that we could have more time together as a family. Because like I said, for us, that is for us true wealth. That's success. That's financial freedom in our book. What we were looking for is something we could start now to implement in the middle of our lives, because obviously we don't have a tremendous amount of time to get to it now. So we needed something that we could take baby steps with and move forward. Something that didn't require an insane startup cost. As you know, most businesses, you're looking at thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars just to start. And that was just obviously out of the question. And we also wanted to find something that we could both contribute to and do well, because our skill sets are very different. So most things, it was like, well, I'm really good at this, but you don't know anything about it, or vice versa. So we had lots of ideas, but nothing that would fit what we needed and what we wanted. So fast forward to a year ago, my husband works in the oil industry, and as you've seen with the falling gas prices, and if you know anyone who works in the oil industry, you know, tens of thousands of people got laid off. Everyone got massive pay cuts, and we needed to start immediately. Whatever our plan, like we needed to move forward with our plan to work towards those goals we have for our family. So coincidentally, at the same time, it was high time for me to get in shape again. I had a 22-month-old and a 3-month-old, and I was 40 pounds overweight. And if you've been there, the last thing I needed to be, I did not need 40 pounds of just extra fat on me. You know, I was exhausted, and I needed energy. I needed it desperately. So it was time for me to make a change. And obviously I needed something simple, effective. I needed that lifestyle change that's sustainable and practical, right? So I had known Steph for years at this point, right? I met her back in 2012. So I'd known her for 3 years. So I trusted her. I trusted Ray. I knew enough about Beachbody to know that their system of simple nutrition and simple, effective exercise and peer support worked. I knew they had integrity, and I knew this would work for me. And I saw that I could use this opportunity to change my lifestyle for good and also help others do the same, which that was so exciting to me, because, you know, me living a healthy lifestyle, that's cool. But what if I could help other people do it too? That's exciting. That's really exciting. So I also saw it, I saw it as an opportunity to really, I guess, be a part of the movement that's going on in our country of people just taking back their health. So, and what's really cool is I've done this long enough. I've done this for a year now, and I've started to see that. I can't even tell you what that's like. It's incredible. The people I've helped have started to help people, and those people are starting to help people. So the ripple effect is just, it's incredible. I know how my life completely changed. You know, my portions are finally under control. Shakeology was a game changer for me in just helping my relationship with food, taking away my cravings and stress eating. And I've never been this fit ever, which is just so exciting for me to finally feel like I'm in shape again. It's so nice. I didn't fully appreciate how frustrating that had been for me until I got in shape. And then I was like, wow, this feels great. So, but really seeing people who I've never met before, who I never would have been able to help, seeing them have their lives changed through this ripple effect, just really because I said yes a year ago, it's been very, very meaningful. And what's also exciting is the longer I've been a coach, the more I have seen what a huge difference it makes holistically. It's not just, you know, I'm healthier now. It's also, which is great, but it's also mindset, confidence, leadership, and financial. I've never seen a more empowering business opportunity for families. It's 100% flexible. We have the best training systems available. It's not like you have to go recreate the wheel and figure out everything on your own. And you're paid for your skill. You're not paid for your time. You're paid for your skill, which is awesome because you can learn skill, but parents need something that they can do with their kids, not, well, I do this in spite of the fact I have kids. No, we do this with our kids. We do this on our time. We're in complete control of it. And just that freedom has been amazing. So I can tell you this past year I have experienced everything. This isn't easy. This is a very simple business. It's not an easy business. It has required more vulnerability and guts and sweat and tears and grit than anything else. And sometimes when I was going through those painful growth stages, something might happen and I would feel so discouraged. And I always would feel like I was coming to a crossroads. And, you know, there's this option. It was like, well, this is really hard. Are you going to quit? Are you going to push past the growing pains and become stronger, become more resilient, learn some more, and grow into a better leader? And in those moments, I had two things I would ask myself. One thing I would ask myself is, Sarah, if you can help someone else radically change their health and their finances through this business, do you love that person to push through this growing pain? And the answer was always, yes, I love that person enough to push through this. If I can help someone, I will do it. And then the second question was, how badly do you really want to work from home with Jessie? And guys, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have never wanted something so badly in my life. That is the dream for me. Having ultimate time freedom with my family. Our goal, and I know this isn't everybody's goal, I'm just sharing with you my goal. Our goal is that by the time our kids are in school, Jessie can work from home with me, and we can homeschool our kids together, and we can have complete time freedom in our lives. So I know everyone's goal is different with this, but that's my goal, and I want it. I want that very badly. But it's important, like, reaching these goals for me, to be honest with you, that's not enough for me. Like getting the healthy lifestyle, that felt really good. I'm very happy that I have this lifestyle now. It's wonderful, but that's not enough for me. I want to pay it forward. I want to help other people get it too, because I know how much it meant to me to have that. So for me, like, would I like to have that financial and time freedom for my family? Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love that, of course. I'm willing to work very hard for that. But if it's just me who gets to experience that, that's not optimal to me. For me, there's anyone else who wants more financial freedom for their family, more time freedom, more flexibility, maybe quit that second job, maybe walk away from a career they hate, whatever they are looking for. Maybe they're looking for a career that gives them purpose and that excites them. Whatever their financial goal might be, if I can help them reach that, that is so fulfilling to me. So I feel very driven to help other people reach their goals as well. It's not just me, it's us, we. What can we accomplish together, working together, putting our minds to how big of an impact can we make? This business is just so exciting. So anyone who wants to truly be in the business of helping people, anyone who wants to be paid what they're really worth to the company, anyone who wants to be who they are unapologetically and be free to work with who they want, when they want, and how they want to, this is an amazing business. You have so much creative freedom. It's not an easy business. It's not easy, but it's simple. It is so simple. So now, how does this business work? So the primary thing we do as coaches is we run challenge groups. So we use these to provide people with personalized accountability and community support as they're working to just kickstart workout schedules, the superfood nutrition, everything on a silver platter. We are there to provide that peer support and that community support to help people follow through. So we're there to share what works for us, to help them adopt that healthy lifestyle change and fit it into their lives. And just give encouragement and be that boot off the couch when they need it, because we all need that sometimes, right? So customers who have powerful life-changing experiences like Maria and I did want to pay it forward to others and become coaches. And we plug them into our very simple training on how to run and build a business in 30 to 60 minutes a day. So we have what we call the 3 vital behaviors of Beachbody Coaching. Number 1, be brave enough to talk to people about it. Invite people to it, reach out to people, let them know what you're doing, hey, are you, and we train you how to do this, but it's really as casual as, hey, I'm looking for a few people who are interested in eating healthier and just feeling better. Do you know anyone who might be interested in? And just sparking that conversation on, can you help them? Are they interested in that? And of course, we provide much more training on how to do that in a comfortable way. And then number 2, be proof the products work, which basically means live a healthy lifestyle yourself, right? Practice what you preach, follow the simple eating plan, exercise, drink Shakeology, be proof that this lifestyle works and gets people results. Because, I dropped 40 pounds. I don't really have to, I am my own walking advertisement. I'm the healthiest I've ever been. People who have known me for a long time, I look very different now than I have since most people have known me. So you are your own walking advertisement. So really that just comes down to actually using the products, living the healthy lifestyle yourself so that you can help other people do it too. And then, of course, spending some time every day in personal development, because there are skills you're going to need to learn. You're going to need to grow as a leader, and that it's going to be hard. So you're going to have to build your confidence and learn how to communicate better and just learn some skills. So spending some time every day listening to positive podcasts and just investing in a little bit of training to grow your skills. So those are basically your 3 vital behaviors. Be brave enough to invite people, live the lifestyle, be proof the products work, and also invest in your personal development. This business, like we said, we teach our coaches how to do all of this in 30 to 60 minutes a day so that you constantly have new people you're helping every month and your income can consistently build. This business is not about being fancy and complicated. It's actually the opposite. Success comes from being as simple and consistent as possible, just like with living a healthy lifestyle. It comes down to helping people live a healthy lifestyle sustainably and leading by example, and also how to build a business simply and sustainably and leading by example. Because ultimately, success is just a few simple disciplines practiced every day. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence isn't an act, it's a habit. The top coaches in this business have a variety of backgrounds. You have people who did not go to college, stay-at-home moms who retired their husbands from the military, lawyers, accountants, teachers, nurses. Most of them were moms when they started. So the examples abound. This business is not complicated, stressful, or this crazy big thing. It's very, very simple. It comes down to you succeed by helping other people succeed. Your success comes down to how well you can encourage and support and empower others. And everything you need to succeed in this business, you already have inside of you. Every single one of you was invited to this call for a purpose. We saw gifts in you. We saw character traits in you that are wonderful for coaching. And we would be so honored to get to work with you to reach your goals, whatever they are. And that's going to look different for everybody. So my vision for this team boils down to my family and I have struggled with health and finances. And I know how powerful it is to have a friend lead you through the trenches to a place of hope and victory. Someone with a real life, with real problems, who can relate to you and what you're going through and can support you and empower you to get through it. And I also know how, like they say, proper planning prevents poor performance. I love efficiency and simplicity. I love systems. I love effectiveness, working smart. And that's all about Beachbody. Beachbody is so good at that. They give us all the tools we need for fitness, for nutrition, and for this business. It is so, so simple. And all this business really needs is you. It's not about selling Beachbody products. Beachbody doesn't need our help in selling the products. What Beachbody needs our help with is helping people use them to get results. Because guys, I've bought stuff and then just put it on my shelf and never used it because I didn't have any support. Right? And that's that's really what sets Beachbody apart from every other company, is that we provide real live support, real people with real lives. If Maria is your coach, she has 6 kids. She is living it. It is not easy for her to get a workout in every day. It's not easy for her to meal prep, but she does it, and she knows how, so she can teach other people to do it too. She can be a leader because she's walked through it, and she can lead people through the trenches. And that's what's so powerful about coaching. Just having the courage to reach out and help other people is a beautiful thing. So my vision for us is I see a team of women empowering other women with their health, with their finances, living lives by design together and supporting each other along the way. Just a supportive, loving, encouraging community. And I see us having a powerful impact on tens of thousands of people just by creating leaders, training leaders, building leaders.
And I see Beachbody just totally kicking butt in the health industry. And coaches are going to play a crucial role in that, not only in ending the trend of obesity, but also empowering people to better provide for their families. And it's funny, we have 400,000 Beachbody coaches, but what you have to understand is most of those people, and I'm not bashing anybody, but most of those people really don't want to do this as a business. And that's totally fine. But what I'm trying to say is there are never too many caring people in the world, right? There is always a need for caring leaders, caring servant leaders out to help people. So if this is, please know, like I said before, there are people that only you can help. Only you can help, and that you are in a perfect position to help. So if this business interests you, I so encourage you to go for it. I will not say it's easy, but worth it, meaningful, life-changing, absolutely, absolutely. And you will have a team of people who love you and who will support you every step of the way. And I promise you, anything you go through, one of us has been through it. Anything crazy that happens, one of us has been through it. So there you have it. That's my story, and what coaches do and how I see, the things I see us accomplishing together. Our goal as coaches is very simple: help other people reach their goals. If it's a health goal, we help them reach it. If it's a financial goal, we help them reach it. And that's ultimately what it's all about. So with that said, I'm going to turn it over to, I'll turn it back over to Steph, and I'll let Steph introduce Maria.
And there's a lot super powerful. And we are on 3 minutes left on this call. And you had a lot of great information. So here's what we will do. We definitely want to answer your questions. So if you go onto the event page, I want you to post questions on that thread. We will record a video once this call is going to run out in time in 3 minutes. So Sarah, Maria, and I will record a video for you answering those questions. So if anything that Sarah mentioned just kind of triggered a question, if you want more clarity on something specifically, then post away. There is no question too simple, too complicated, too deep, too anything. Bring all your questions and we will have them answered in a recording for you. We will also share Maria's story in that recording. And as you were, listening to this call, some of you're here for many different reasons. You're here maybe because you have some health gaps to fill. You're like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being call the ambulance, 10 being I feel absolutely incredible. I dart out of my bed every morning. I fall around maybe a 6 or a 7, and I know that there's some health gaps to fill there. Or you logged into this call because you were like Sarah, and Maria was that person. She knew she needed to fill some gaps in for her kids, her 6 kids. She said, I need to be here for them. And that is why she became a coach. Sarah, she was the type of person that said, I need to bring my husband home. 100 hours a week is not working for me or my kids. And so she saw this as a viable solution. And some of you might be on this call, which I was the third person that really didn't know why I became a coach or why this opportunity was going to be good for me. But I was approached by somebody who I trusted, and I said, you know what, let me give this a try. If anything, I will be in the best shape of my life. And along the way, it has become the best decision and opportunity that has been placed in my life. And I hope that it is something that you begin to see as well. Things don't just happen. Things happen for a reason, and you are here for that, for a specific reason. Thank you so much for joining us. We will have that recording with you posted in the group within the next few hours. post your questions and anything else that comes up. Thank you for sharing your evening, Sarah. Thank you so much for leading the call. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and see you soon.